Wherever you are and however you're listening, thank you so much for being back with us on another episode of the Virtual GM Podcast. Today, we are talking about show season. So now is the time of year when pretty much all the important hospitality shows are taking place. And we're going to tell you what we think are the 4 most important shows you should look into attending this year. I don't know if you can get all 4 under your belt, but you definitely want to go to one of these 4. Stay tuned, like and listen, and I will put all of the links in the show notes so you can go and register for these amazing events.
Welcome back to the Virtual GM Podcast. You've got me, Megan, and Cody here.
Welcome. I love how you say that.
Me, Megan.
Yeah.
Guys, this is just awkward, okay?
But that's your go-to. That's what you say in all of them.
Do I?
Yeah, well, you should probably listen to them.
I don't want to.
Why is that?
I'll just probably pick myself apart. So it's just better I don't.
Well, or
they're just out there and I just
get used to hearing yourself and then you won't feel weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that work?
Got you there. He got you there.
Yeah.
Does that work though?
Of course it does.
I don't know. I don't think I want to hear myself.
Well, the fact of the matter is,
I'll get better if I listen to them. Yes, I know.
And if you don't want to listen to you, why are other people going to want to listen to you? Like, think of what you're putting out in the universe. Energetically, you're saying, don't listen to me.
Weird. Okay, sure. Okay, I can see that.
So be better.
I'll be better.
Okay. All right. Segue. You want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. I'm going to start with business.
Ayo!
So Emily and I just booked the Utah Tourism Conference.
Ayo!
Which I've never been to a conference besides the Southern Utah Tourism Conference, which we put on. So
R.I.P.
A little bit different. Yeah. Rest in peace conference. But this will be my first time without you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
walk
weird.
in your own light. Oh,
yeah.
Shoot. It's funny about the Southern Utah Tourism Conference. We just put that poster back in my office.
Uh-huh.
And that was our first one was 2018. And so we did that logo design in December of 2017. So it has almost been 7 years.
Holy cow.
Can you believe that?
No, I cannot. So that's very exciting. And with those, like, you can book the activities on Wednesday.
And we'll talk more about that in the episode.
Okay. Anyways, personal, we are heading to Portland next week and for a family reunion. My family I've never met. Didn't know existed, so that should be really interesting.
Yeah, that'll be something.
Yep. And you're coming.
I am coming.
Yes.
It's just shocking. I am excited though. Portland's got a couple different curios. We're staying at the Porter, right? Or no?
I don't remember.
Let's see. That's obviously, we talk about that a lot. One of my favorite things about traveling is getting to see, we're staying at the Porter. So we're doing the Porter one night and the Benson one night, which are both curios. So I'm really excited to see that. I was actually just talking to Spencer yesterday and he was talking to someone, from Portland in the hospitality space. And they said that they have yet to rebound from COVID.
Really?
Like they're still just, and I mean, we got, great rates for our rooms. But yeah, he said they have not yet rebounded. Like business travel hasn't come back. Transient travel hasn't come back.
I feel like the Northwest, those cities kind of really got hit hard.
Yeah, they did. Okay, so my segue, I have been playing golf again. I kind of took like a little bit of a hiatus. Used to play all the time. I used to play 3 times a week and just kind of stopped and I've gotten back into it as of late and I'm playing about once a week again, which has been really fun. And if you're a golfer, then you'll appreciate this, but I've only ever had 1 eagle in my life. I've had many attempts to get an eagle, but only one that I've made at the Phoenician in Scottsdale. A little par 4. I had a big bunk. Like the fairway is banked down, and so I knew playing it, if you hit it up there, it can roll into the green. Had about an 18-foot putt and sank that with my brother-in-law Cameron. But I just got another one at Sky Mountain, which is a beautiful golf course here in southern Utah, out in Hurricane. And on a par 5, hit a great drive. I was 234 out with my 3-wood. Put that about 16 feet from the pin, and then I just last rotation of the golf ball, side door into the cup, got an eagle.
That's
so
amazing.
That was amazing. And then for work, we are in the process of starting a rebrand for a really cool boutique luxury hospitality property in Belize. And so we're redoing their logos, their colors, their typography, and then going to rebuild their website, which I'm, in fact, the first branding call is like taking place right now, which I'm just so excited about because this property is amazing and its digital story just hasn't told that yet. And so I can't wait to have what they share online be as good as what the actual product is. So, and if you listen to the episode before this, hopefully we'll incorporate Hover, just such an incredible product. So I'm really excited about that. But today's episode, we are kind of in show season. So we're getting really close to when a lot of the big hospitality shows start. They're typically in that September to October range. That way you can kind of get everything you need to be energized going into the next year, learn what you need to, put everything in place, be ready for 2025, which is hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
Like we're in the middle of Q3.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
It's August.
Yeah.
Wild. And so this episode that you're listening to will come out on September 5th, I believe, should be the day you're listening to this. And so we wanted to make sure we got you all of these event dates before that time. And so we're going to talk about the 4 most important events we think you should get on your calendar as we come into next year. We're going to start with the Utah Tourism Conference. Meagan alluded to that in her segue. That is in Layton, Utah this year. Love that Utah moves it around. And obviously we're talking about Utah's, but whatever state or market you're in, I would highly recommend every state should have a tourism conference put on by their tourism office and your DMOs and CVBs. And so go participate that. There's so much that you get to learn, so many great takeaways, and of course, great relationships you get to build. So please do that. This event is in Layton and it is September 24th through the 27th. And do you have that website open?
I do.
What's the URL for it?
It looks like it's UtahTourismConference.com.
Okay, so go there, get registered. If you're a member of UTIA, which is the Utah Tourism Industry Association, I think it's $300 and it's $350 if you're not a member. Is that right?
I don't know. Emily registered.
Well, it should be on the website. You're on it, right?
I am.
Maybe it's $450 and $399.
Oh, okay. So member price is $379. Non-member price is $399.
Okay. You get a little $20 savings if you're a member of UTIA. Do they have the agenda up on there?
Yeah, they
Want
do.
to go over that a little bit?
Yeah, it looks like Wednesday, you've got check-in and registration. And then, like I said, they have all the events you can sign up for.
One of the cool things
on
that
Wednesday.
they do is destination discovery activities. So you really get immersed in the area that you're in. I know you and Emily signed up for some.
Yeah,
so
it was
talk
hard
about
to
that.
choose, honestly. They had maybe like 12. Anything from horseback riding to doing UTVing, learning how to dip chocolates, learning how to plant succulents.
I think dipping chocolates is a hard thing to learn.
Well, I think there's definitely a skill, obviously, right? If it was so easy, everybody would do it. So anyways, Emily and we, of course, signed up for horseback riding because I like to ride horses. And then we did the chocolates.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so it's like this cute little shop. And
So you do that on Wednesday.
yeah, so we have 2 events, and you could sign up for as many as you want, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
have a fee associated. And then it looks like
There's a welcome reception that night, right?
it's at Lagoon.
No way.
So exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then it looks like on Thursday you can wake up and do sunrise yoga.
Hell.
So cool. And then they have the general conference all day, and then they have a destination dinner and pub crawl.
Fun.
Sounds amazing. This is so fun. And then Friday's the last day. You can start with a sunrise hike. So it doesn't really break down what's going on each day, just that it's the general
Yeah.
conference, but it ends early on Friday. at
Conference
1.
is amazing. You got to have someone from our organization there. Got to support it. This is Natalie's first conference. So Natalie was the UTIA director. She took over for me when I left UTIA.
And then she took over for Vicky.
Now she's taking over for Vicky. So it's her
wow.
first conference.
Cool.
And so Selena is the new UTIA director. And so now this will be her first conference. So
that's
little
so
powerhouse.
cool.
I think Selena and Natalie are going to knock it out of the park. I can't wait to hear about it. And then the DMO director for that area, I think, is Jessica Merrill. She's awesome too. So overall, just a great group of people in charge of putting that together. And Utah has done such a great job. Everyone I've been to has always been a blast. Obviously going to get to connect with all the people in the industry. So if you're listening to this and you're in Utah, like absolutely go register today. And if you want to do those fun activities, Meagan said, like they just came out
Also-
with them yesterday.
Yeah, what I'm reading is Lagoons, they're renting out the entire park.
Wow.
So even if you just want to go to Lagoon,
I wonder if Emily likes roller coasters and stuff.
I'll be riding them by myself, I guess, if she does.
Well, you know people are going to be there. Like Sarah Tolliver is going to be there. Kim Bouchard is going to be there. You're going to have your people there.
It's so fun to be an adult. So great.
Okay, so then that is the 24th through the 27th. Oh, we should have started with this.
Independent.
Yeah, that's my bad. So then the next show is the Miami Independent Hotel Show. And this is September 18th through the 19th. If you're listening to this, Audrey will be there. So she just told us we should come yesterday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can make that work. It's always tough to get to the East Coast, especially from here. You know, it's like multiple flights and going there's fine, but coming back always sucks. But we'll see if we can make that work. Great show, all focused on independent. I actually got to meet I can't remember her name, but the gal who put that together, Audrey introduced me to her at the hospitality show when we went to Vegas last year. And you want to read some of the stuff on the website, like what that show's all about?
It looks like it's an opportunity for companies to present their products and services to owners and operators from luxury, boutique, and independent hotels. It looks like it's dedicated to supporting the needs of the modern hotelier. Let's see here. As well as facilitating numerous networking opportunities, which Audrey talked about is so important. Right?
Yeah.
Networking, meeting people.
Well, and Jason, so if you listen to the episode before this, Jason from Hover, his company just went to High Tech, High Tech is one of the conferences that we've never been to. It's in Toronto, but everyone says is like maybe arguably the best.
Really?
And they closed 500 new clients at High Tech.
What?
500.
That's amazing. No, you were talking about High Tech.
Oh, yeah. So Jason closed. Sorry if that sounds weird. We just had to have a quick segue. But Jason closed 500 people at High Tech. And so back to the networking, right? Like this
and these conferences can really
it's where you meet
business.
people, you know?
Totally.
So many opportunities.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. It looks amazing, and it's Miami, so
Hello.
I'd like to go, but
That's probably impossible, though, with you going to the tourism conference.
Nothing's impossible.
The joys of being an adult. Okay,
Exactly.
So the next one, then, you want to read off the next one?
ILC, the Indie Congress.
And this is the one that, if you listen to Audrey's episode from Stash, this is the one she said is amazing.
The best one.
And obviously, it comes with a price. Do you have that price up on there?
Get tickets. Let's see. Yeah. So you can get the early bird access pass. It's $18.95. Or you can, I guess you can get an annual individual membership for $3,000. So I'm not sure what that entails.
$18.95. But Audrey said this one is the best. And again, for our listeners, all independent focused, a perfect event for you. Something that's definitely worth looking into. That one's in Sausalito, California, and the dates of that one is October 20th.
Sausalito.
Are we sure it's not Sausalito?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Wow.
But
Tomato,
that is
tomato.
October
Tomato,
21st
tomato.
and 22nd. And she talked about how amazing their food is, how amazing the networking is. Everybody dresses like super cool. You know they're wearing Jordans there.
Well, and again, obviously most of our listeners are in that independent space. And I think this is one of those ones that you definitely want to go to. And then we'll wrap it up with the hospitality show. This year it's in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Hit that Riverwalk up. You can go pay too much for your Chili's, chips, and salsa on the Riverwalk. But they are October 28th through the 30th. And we went to their inaugural show last year in Vegas. We've talked a lot about it on the episode. It was huge. Massive.
Oh, that was their first show?
That was their first one, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, unbelievably massive. And they pulled out all the stops. They didn't skimp. Had amazing events. Huge. The show floor was absolutely massive. It was in the Las Vegas Convention Center. But it was the biggest show I've ever been to, which has its positives and negatives, right? Because it was so big that it was like harder to build those relationships in a sense, Luckily, I had the master networker with me, Audrey, and so she just networked for us, and so we didn't have to do much.
That's nice.
And we did make some really good connections there. There was a bunch of great booths. You just got to have the right mindset. So I'd say if you're going to go to the hospitality show, you're going to work, right? Because if you want to build those relationships, you're going to have to put in that effort. Mm-hmm. But there's certainly a plentiful opportunity to do so. So lots and lots of
that's a lot of conferences.
Yeah, and this, like I said, this is show season. So you've got shows starting from 9:18 and ending on 10:30, 4 different shows. You probably don't want to go to all of them, so pick and choose what's right for you. If you could only do one of these shows, I would say your local state tourism office is the most important one to go to, because that's the one that's going to make the biggest impact. It's going to give you the most relevant data. The stuff that they share at the tourism conference is so important. And that's why we go as Vibrant, so we can get that information and bring it back to our clients, because, they may not be able to do that, or they don't want to spend the money on it. So we're going to do that on their behalf. But I absolutely suggest that you do that. And if you're in the state of Utah, do not miss out. It's worth going just to go to Lagoon and have the park all to yourself. That's worth $400,
And I'm just finding this out.
So I highly, highly, highly recommend that. Anything else you think that we should leave the listeners with for this one? This is short and quick, but it's really important. This is your drive to work episode.
Definitely.
But thank you so much for listening and for being with us. I will put all of those websites in the show notes. So if you're listening to this and you want to check those out, once you're done driving, or if you're at your desk, go down to the show notes. All the links will be there, so you can go and register for these events. And then if you're going, hit us up on LinkedIn and let us know, and let's meet in person.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we should do? We should actually, since we know the gal who puts on the independent show, what we should do is see if she would let us broadcast Virtual GM from the show.
That would be cool.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Business.
Anything's possible.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode, when we are going to talk about the importance of finances.
Yay.